Hello and welcome to another episode. My name is Manny and this is Grubanny. Today I'll be showing you how to make a delicious stew made from 100% alkaline ingredients. Let's get started. We have a lot to do and there's no time to waste, so we're going right into the recipe. We're starting off with 2 large organic red bell peppers. All we need are the skins of the red bell peppers, so slice them off and compost the seeds. If you live in a place where you can grow your own red bell peppers, go ahead and plant the seeds. Next, we're going to place the skins into a baking tray, and without any oil or seasonings, we're going to bake them at 450 degrees Fahrenheit for 30 minutes. Our pepper skins are done. Now we're going to let them cool down for a couple of minutes. Once they're cool, go ahead and add all of your pepper skins to a blender cup. Over here I have about 1.5 cups of cooked chickpeas. If you don't know how to cook chickpeas, go ahead and check out my video. Add your chickpeas to the blender cup as well. To add some more body and color to the stew, we're going to add 2 heaped tablespoons of an alkaline approved tomato paste. If you don't want to use tomato paste, go ahead and blend about 5 plum tomatoes. One of the best ingredients you can add to soups and stews is, of course, onions. Split and dice 1 large onion. Add about half of your diced onions to the blender cup and save half for later. Hey, if you're enjoying this video so far, please don't forget to hit the like button and don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Thank you. Next, we're going to add 1.5 cups of water, then we're going to add 1 tablespoon of oregano. Add 1 tablespoon of dried thyme, then add 2.5 tablespoons of ground fennel seeds. If you're like me and you like some heat, go ahead and add 1 teaspoon of cayenne pepper, then we're ready to blend. That's what it should look like after blending. Now let's head over to the stove. Place a large pot on medium heat, then add about 5 to 6 tablespoons of avocado oil. Add the rest of your diced onions and saute until translucent. Once your onions are translucent, go ahead and add the stew base we made earlier. Give it a really good mix, then let it cook for about 10 minutes on medium heat while stirring occasionally. While that's cooking, we're going to go ahead and cut some peeled butternut squash into large chunks. I'm back to the stove and I'm going to deglaze the pot with 3 cups of water. Add 2 tablespoons of sesame oil. Next, add some sea salt and adjust to taste, then give it a really good mix. At this point, your broth will start to create some foam. If the foam bothers you, you can skim it off. Bring your broth to a boil, then add your butternut squash. Over here, I have 3 large chayote squashes. I'm going to split my chayotes in half, then quarters, then cut them into bite-sized pieces. You can peel the skins and remove the seeds if you want to, but I'm not wasting any parts of them. Add your chayote chunks to the pot. Trim off the tops and the bottoms of 3 unripe raw bananas, then slice and peel off their skins. If you're living the alkaline lifestyle, unripe raw bananas are a really good potato substitute. When compared to baby bananas, they're more bland than sweet, so that makes them the ideal ingredient for stews. Cut them into small or large chunks. Either way, they will retain their shapes when cooked. Add them to your stew. If you haven't seen my vegan version of this stew, please go ahead and click on the link above to watch it. We're also going to cut 2 large zucchinis with the skins on into bite-sized pieces. Add your zucchini pieces to the stew, then grab your king oyster mushrooms. For this recipe, I'll be using 2 king oyster mushrooms. If you can't find these, you can actually skip them. Anyway, split your king oyster mushrooms into halves, then cut them into quarters, then cut them into bite-sized pieces. If you want to, you can pre-cook them before adding them. I'm adding them raw. For some umami, I'm going to be slicing and adding 2 cups of baby bella mushrooms. Mature portobello mushrooms will do too. Add your baby bella mushrooms, then we're going to go ahead and add 1 cup of oyster mushrooms. Slice 3 green onions, save the green parts for use as garnish, and add the white parts to your stew. Give it a really good mix, cover, bring everything to a boil, and let it cook for 10 to 15 minutes. Over here, I have some chickpea tofu. If you want this recipe, click on the link above. For this one, I used 1.5 cups of chickpea flour. Cut your chickpea tofu into cubes. When you make this, don't forget to season it, otherwise it will taste bland. It's very easy to make. All you have to do is whisk some chickpea flour while cooking, season, let it cool, then cut. Add your chickpea tofu to a large bowl, then add some cayenne pepper. This is optional. Next, add a touch of avocado oil, then carefully give it a good mix. Be careful while mixing them so you don't break them apart. Now we're going to air fry these at 400 degrees Fahrenheit for 10 to 15 minutes. Back to the stew. It's been cooking for about 10 minutes, so it's time to give it a taste before making final adjustments and then adding the final ingredient. Speaking of final ingredients before garnishes, this is known as verdolaga or purslane. I'm not chopping them, I'm just going to slice them into 3 parts. As for the stalks, you can use them in other recipes or you can compost them. You can find these at your local farmers markets. Add your verdolaga, reduce your heat to medium heat, give it a good mix, cover, and let it cook for 1 to 2 minutes. Our stew is done, but hold up, there's one important topping you have to add. Before we add the topping, you have to serve yourself a generous portion. This stew is good for cold nights, and if you're like me, you're going to make it as spicy as possible, because that's how I love it. For the topping, we're going to top it off with 1 to 2 tablespoons of coconut aminos. This will give it a boost of some much needed umami. Add some more steaming broth, then we can check on our chickpea tofu. Our chickpea tofu is ready, and as you can see, our air fryer did a really good job. They're crunchy on the outside and soft on the inside. Add some chickpea tofu to your stew, then garnish with some black sesame seeds. It's best to eat this while it's still hot, but be careful so you don't turn your mouth into a chimney. If you can't find some of the ingredients I used in this recipe, go ahead and skip them, give it a try, then let me know in the comment section how it comes out. Here's a snippet from the vegan recipe. This one included tofu and gochujang. If you'd like to watch it, click on the link at the end of the video. If you enjoyed this video, please don't forget to drop a like and don't forget to subscribe to my channel. If you have any questions about this recipe or the vegan recipe, please don't hesitate to ask me in the comment section below. Thanks again for watching, and I'll see you all next week.